let's shift focus and look at some of the brokerage calls on M&M Finance. Morgan Stanley has maintained an equal weight stance on the stock, while Jefferies has maintained a hold. And Vamakshi is here with more details from the notes along with the latest business updates. Good morning, Vamakshi. Take us through that.
Well, yes, M&M Financial is in focus today on the back of its business update for the month of November. Now, overall, when we look at the update, loan traction has been a tad bit slower, but the asset quality remains range-bound for M&M Financials. Now, let's look at the specific numbers then. Disbursements stood at 5,300 odd crores in the month of November. This is an uptick of almost 1% on a month-on-month basis, but a much higher uptick of almost 17.8% on a year-on-year basis. Now, disbursements have definitely grown on a soft base because there was an absence of the festive season in November 2022. When we look at the October plus November cumulative disbursements, they've actually shown a growth rate of almost 8% on a year-on-year basis, and this in turn is a bit of a slowdown as compared to 13% year-on-year growth that we've seen in disbursements in the second quarter. Not just that, when we talk about the AUM that has inched closer to the 1 lakh crore mark, AUM now stands at 96,600 odd crores, an uptick of almost 27% is what we're noting on a year-on-year basis, while on a month-on-month basis, AUM has been largely flat, just up almost 1%. Consequently, when we look at the AUM growth, that has actually moderated to around 26% on a year-on-year basis as compared to 30% that we saw in the month of October. Now, when we talk about the collection efficiency, it stands at almost 94%. Generally, the trend is that collection efficiency in the third quarter picks up, but this time around that has not actually gone through, because the collection efficiency as compared to November 2022 has actually seen a dip of almost 200 basis points. When we talk about the brokerages, we have a couple of takes coming in from Morgan Stanley as well as Jefferies. Morgan Stanley highlights that the numbers that came in from M&M Financial Services were quite sluggish. Downside risks are seen to their forecast. Apart from that, Jefferies believes that the loan growth was healthy, but the asset quality was range-bound, and they believe that the valuations for this counter appear to be reasonable. So on the back of that, Morgan Stanley has maintained its equal weight rating on M&M Financials, while Jefferies has maintained its hold call.
All right, Vamakshi, thanks for that. M&M Finance will be in focus on